Hey guys, Soulord here, back again with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the long-awaited Mythic Legion's Poxxus Wave, Arizakk. Now, if that's not the name of a Norwegian black metal band, I don't know what is. But needless to say, the fine folks over at Horsemen Studios who brought us this fine figure here have finally introduced wizards into the realm of mythos. Misty morning, the wizard walked by, and as my Black Sabbath reference specifies, yes, Arizakk here is indeed a wizard. I'm very stoked for this, guys. We've been waiting a while for some wizards, and I'm all here for it. Give me some more wizards. In fact, I think Arizakk's a member of a cult of wizards, if I'm not mistaken, so be nice to see some of those guys, right? That said, let's cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review. Take a look-see at Arizakk's accessories here, starting off with his alternate head. A lot of action going on there. He's like yelling. It looks like a Norwegian black metal singer, especially nowadays, because a lot of them are kind of bald and old like this. But there you go. If the beard was a little flatter, I'd probably use this head, to be honest with you. It's really freaking cool looking, but I am just going to use the one he comes packaged with, most likely. And then he does come with multiple sets of hands, a little bit more than Thrace did. He comes with, of course, the invert of what I have on him right now. He's got an open hand for the right side and a grip hand with the appropriate hinge for the left. I will tell you, like my Thrace Wraithhailer, that open hand on his left side is very, very tight. So I wouldn't go yanking on that without heating it up. Or you could pop the disc hinge out. So we're not going to do that here. That said, he does also come with a pair of kind of wrenching, grasping hands. Because he's a coveted old sinner. I will say, these look a lot like the Mask of the Red Death hands, and I kind of think they are. A little less sickly looking, of course, but they do have the long nails on them. So I imagine they're the same. And then he comes with a pair of grip hands with the inappropriate hinge for holding weapons, but, you know, more hands. That said, he does come with this cool kind of lightning effect thingy that you can put on his open hands. The fingers do slip through here, and then these pieces kind of tuck around the sleeve a bit. And you could put this on either way, I guess, or you could put this on the staff that he comes with. This big Mahunga Hala here, like, holy cow, this thing is huge. It's got this fire effect kind of weaved around it. I don't know if I can take this off on camera. It's on there pretty good. I don't know how I had this attached. Let's see if I can get this off. Oh, I could take this piece off. There we go. So as usual, you can pop part of the staff off, the top half here, or the top piece. And it kind of has like bug legs growing over it. This gem in the middle, I don't think this gem comes out, but it is probably a separate glued on piece. These got a little give to them, so you don't gotta worry about them snapping. But you can, of course, put this back on. What end did this come off? Oh boy, I'm going stupid if I put this on the wrong side. I think that's the right side, but both of them kind of look like pigs, don't they? I'm going to say that this side is the side you pop it in. Even though it kind of doesn't look like that. It is nice and snug in there, though. So there you go. This thing is freaking huge, too. It's like taller than he is. So, there you go. Another effect and another staff. That said, if you get the accessory set, you get both his staff and Thrace Wraithhailer's staff in that accessory set. And if you buy the effects pack, the bad guy version, I think you get the same effect. So, pretty cool there. That said, he does have some other accessories on his belt here, so Taking him off the McFarlane stand. Again, I mentioned in the Thrace Wraithaler video, we're using those just for stability's sake. Makes my life easier. Makes your life easier. You don't have to see me fidget with stuff like I just did with the staff. But, really cool looking figure, man. I like this guy a lot. This shoulder piece, though, I did not care to put this thing on. This thing was a pain in the arse. But once it's on, boy, does it add to the look. He looks evil as all get out. I do have his little bird skull and this little, I don't know what this thing is, a needle. But those are on one side. If I lift up the other arm, he's got some potion bottles over here. And I did give him the book from the accessory set, because he didn't have a book. I couldn't get this book on the other good guy wizard, so I gave it to him. So there you go. It's got a nice chain on it, but he doesn't come with that. That is added from the accessory set. So as far as his articulation goes, it's a 2.0 body, just like Thrace Wraithaler. So if you want to know how the 2.0s move, check out that review. I'm going to try and save myself a little bit of time here and not go over it. But I will tell you, the robe does not encumber or inhibit any of the movement whatsoever. He gets plenty of movement, despite the fact he's got this robe going on. I will say, though, this belt, be careful with it. It's not fragile or anything, but it will pop out on the back here if you're not careful. I haven't had that problem myself, but I'm sure somebody will. But look at that head sculpt. Holy cow. It looks evil as all get out. That said, as I mentioned a second ago, this open hand is very tight in the gauntlet there. So, unlike my Thrace Wraithaler, I'm not going to pull that out. I'm going to heat that up if I choose to do that. The other side, it's tight enough. So, that's pretty much Arizakk in a nutshell. It's the same buck as Thrace. Let me actually double check Thrace. I think he has like the same parts, other than like the torso being different on the, well, the whole torso. That's the same. And I think the legs are also the same. Maybe the legs are different. Maybe they're the same. I can't tell. But it's not different enough for me to run it down again. So we're just going to give him his staff here. Tilt his hand up. Try and get it in there. There we go. Now his staff's a little tricky. It's not like Thrace. His actually has some segments on it. And if you don't put it in those segments, it can be a pain in the butt. But there you go. There he is with his staff in hand. It's a little heavy because of that topper, but what are you going to do? You know? Can't win them all, dang it. So, there he is. He looks cool. Let's get him back on his stand here. One thing to note, the hood is actually a separate piece from the robe, and it's got a nice Velcro on it, right down the front where this big long tassel thing is, because this goes all the way up to like his neck. And it really makes taking the robe on and off easy with that little Velcro there. What's weird is the good guy wizard, the old man wizard there, he doesn't have a Velcro tab on his cloak, which is kind of odd. I don't know why he does and the other guy doesn't. Actually, adjust the spear here. Spear. Stupid staff. There we go. That's a little better. Alright. Not sure if I'll use those effects that wrap around the staffs or not, but they do look pretty cool. But with that being said, that's Arizakk in a nutshell, man. He's freaking cool. One of my favorites. But I will tell you, be careful swapping the hands. Four Horsemen are pretty, public about that. They're pretty open to that. And, you can really kit them out with some of the accessories from the accessory set. I did. I think it looks better with the book hanging off the belt. I will say, the book is on a chain, and you're going to have to unpeg the belt to get it on there. But again, he doesn't come with that, so that's completely up to you. It's your figure. You're free to do with it as you wish, Lottie. So with that being said, it's time now that we move right along and take a look and some size comparisons. First up, here is good old Arizakk, alongside a couple other figures from the Mythic Legion's Poxxus wave. We have a member of the, is it Complication of Basilia? Hamir Scroll Warden, kind of the arch nemesis of Arizakk here. Arizakk is the arch nemesis of him, I should say. And then we also have Thrace Wraithhaler, another member of the Circle of Poxxus. And I'm curious if she's like this guy's apprentice. I don't think she's his daughter, and I don't think that he is the brother of Hamir there, but I'm curious if there are any connections between these three characters other than they're in the same factions. Because Arizakk was a member of the Complication of Basilia, and because he got power hungry, went on a power trip, was all power greedy for power, he left and joined the Circle of Poxxus, because that's just what you do, right? That said, one thing I didn't mention is the soft goods on my Arizakk anyways. I had a couple of prickers that were poking my fingers, so I had to clip those. I didn't have that with these two figures here, Thrace or Hamir, so, you know, watch out for that. I say that because Hamir does have a robe similar to Arizakk, maybe not in materials, but in terms of the way it fits on him. And I also forgot to mention how I get the belt on is I snap it together and I pop the waist off and I slip the robe through it and then I pop the waist back in. So there you go. That said, of course would not be one of my videos without good old brother Mandibulas here. I can get his freaking mace in his hand. It's tight until it's not, you know. It's just how it is. Then we have the infamous 11th Spawn, who, even though Arizakk's rocking a Tiny Max stand, still towers over everyone. Because he's good old Al Simmons, right? That's how it should be. And that's how it is. So, with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up. Some final thoughts. Overall, and aside from having to clip and or trim the wire in the soft goods in a couple different spots, and trust me in saying that not all my figures from this wave had QC issues out the box, I assure you, you know, just the first few I've reviewed. Jokes aside, I gotta say the good old Arizakk here is one of my favorite figures from this Poxxus wave because I wanted an evil-looking wizard dude for my Mythic Legion's shelf, and god dang it, fine folks over at Horsemen Studios delivered and given me an evil-looking wizard dude for my Mythic Legion's shelf. And for the most part, this is most likely how I'm going to have him displayed, with his staff in hand, looking all almighty and powerful, with all those little trinkets and doodads and knickknacks and whatnots hanging off his belt. Yeah, man, I really like this figure despite its shortcomings. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.